Hello and welcome to my channel, where I bring truly transformational messages, tools and guidance to help you awaken your self-healing powers and restore balance within yourself. My name is Raquel Lopez, and in today's video I'm going to talk about the fourth stage of the spiritual awakening. Watch the video until the end, as I will be giving you some powerful tips to take you from where you are to where you want to be. So let's dive into stage 4 of the spiritual awakening. The first thing that I'd like to say is that when we've awakened, we don't need the use of tools anymore. We continue with our spiritual practices, but we do not need a vision board, or we don't need to write down what triggers us, nor we need to be aware of the words we use when we communicate, or any of the few tips I have shared with you on previous videos. This is because we are awakened. We have understood the truth. In stage 4 of this spiritual awakening, we have already learned to disengage from memory, from thought, from drama, from the constructs of time, and we are no longer living with what I call the separation syndrome. There is no you and I or this and that. There is only oneness, unison to all that is, to all that exists. There is 100% responsibility for all that is, for all that is happening to everyone and what we see. Now, let me clarify that I'm not saying we are responsible for whatever crime someone else has committed or their behaviors. What I am saying, and have understood from experiencing things firsthand, from the training I have done, and from the teachings of people who are already more advanced, is that what we are responsible for is the memory that we collectively share. The concept of separation has melted away in stage 4. It has collapsed, so there is only oneness. In stage 4 of this spiritual awakening, we live at zero, at complete peace. Nothing shakes us, nothing triggers us. We are in the now, in the bliss zone. Obstacles and life challenges do not shake us unless, of course, we are being chased by a lion. There is no feeling of exhaustion or tiredness because energy is always available to us, always being recycled, always flowing through our energy systems with maximum efficacy, without blocks. And when there are no blocks, there is no resistance. And when there is no resistance, energy flows smoothly, just the way these energy systems were designed to operate. Remember that we are perfect. We are complete beings. But the only thing that is not perfect, the only thing that creates problems is memory. So if there is anything you need to take from these videos, from any of my videos, is that memory is what is causing our problems. It is important to understand that what we experience, like uncertainty, anxiety, addiction, financial issues, illness, pain, is because of these memories, and because we give more importance to the physical body than we give to our spiritual body. We have many limitations at the physical level, but at the soul level, there is none. What our heart really wants is for us to listen, to nurture, to love, and to thrive. So these problems we at times experience happen because we are holding on to a huge pile of memories that no longer serve us. And these memories are replaying over and over and over in our subconscious mind. The most important thing is to know who you truly are. Without knowing who you truly are, the monkey within will drive you nuts. And where there is chaos, there is suffering. As long as we have not fully understood who we are, we will continue to experience chaos, and we will be limited to what we can or cannot do. In stage 4 of the spiritual awakening, we have learned how to activate the intellectual mind to help us get rid of these problems, these memories, so that we can be liberated. People that are awake associate themselves as one perfect, whole, complete body, which has a few systems in it, rather than having separate individual units to it. Just think of an orange. The orange is complete. It is one unit. It is whole. And as we inspect it in more detail, we find that it has several units in it. The units are not separate unless we choose to see it that way. And coming back to what I said regarding our limitations, I cannot change the weather, for example. I cannot lift a bus. I am incredibly powerful, but I cannot lift a bus. I cannot stop a hurricane or a storm from happening. These are examples of things that I am limited to do, and only the divine creator is capable of handling. So we have to accept that we have limitations, and accept there are things we can control, but many that don't. We have to let go at the things we cannot control. When we've awakened, we have fully understood who we truly are, and therefore are more prepared to handle setbacks with equanimity. We can, as a result, experience love, inner peace, and joy. And in this stage of being that has a stable and strong foundation, have been able to create a new, more suitable reality. That's why it's called living in the bliss zone. In stage 4 of this spiritual awakening, life flows in the same manner as when we open the tap to get some water. It just flows. Here we are incredibly tuned in with our inner guidance system to the divine and to all that is. In the awakened stage, life feels effortless. Obstacles become opportunities for growth. We know that we and everyone is made in the exact likeness of the divine creator and everything that is. We instantly know what to eat, when to rest, when to wake up, and we do so even without the need of an alarm clock, without resistance, without worry, and without fear. In stage 4 of the spiritual awakening, everything we do comes naturally. If our aim is to write a book, the words just simply come to us. There is no much thinking, just the action. If you are an artist, the pencil just seems to be doing the drawing rather than you doing the drawing, or you having to think endlessly about it. At the beginning of this video, I promised I'd give you some tips to help you and your growth journey. Now, I want you to understand that if you are already at this stage, you do not need me or anyone else to give you guidance, support, or any tips, because you have awakened. You have raised your level of consciousness, and it's so high, so incredibly high. Therefore, you don't need to install new programs. You just naturally know what to do and how to navigate through life. However, as I explained, these stages aren't a fixed concept. So you may be at stage 1 in your finances, whereas in your relationships, you might be at stage 3. These stages of consciousness differ from person to person and from area of life to area of life. Please do let me know if anything I am explaining does not make sense, so that I give you another example and you grasp these concepts. So it is for this reason that I like to give you 3 tips. Tip number 1. Before you go to bed, or as you wake up in the morning, repeat 3 times out loud or in your mind these words. From ignorance, lead me to truth. From ignorance, lead me to truth. From ignorance, lead me to truth. You need to repeat this for 40 days in a row, as explained by our guru from the Himalayan wilderness. Give thanks to the divine from revealing to you the truth as well. Tip number 2. Begin to see the events in your life as experiences, whether good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant. Simply observe them and accept that they are just that, experiences. Tip number 3. Every day, find an object, an animal, a person, or whatever you feel attracted to at that particular moment, and just observe it with intense curiosity. It can be a plant you have at home, it can be your hand, it can be a tree that's outside your home, it can be a bird, a stone, whatever you choose. Just stay there in that space, paying intense attention to it. This exercise will help you become more focused, will help you tune in with your heart, and will help you build the connection between you and all that is. So that's it from me today. If you like this video and the content I provide, don't forget to like it, comment, and subscribe. Until the next video, experience love, peace, and joy. Have a lovely day.